Hello, Parrot Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, they were attending the winter gala of one Lady Zordhanna Adula, the former paramour of Captain Featherstorm, a notorious pirate figure who was around a couple hundred years ago and caused quite a bit of a ruckus, and left behind a great treasure which our crew are trying to find. They found the vault, but now they need the key, and that key is around Lady Zordhanna's neck, the solitaire diamond. The party has infiltrated the gala as a way to find a way of relieving Lady Zordhanna of this terrific burden and come out on top so that they can access the treasures for themselves. At the gala, they ran into old friends, old enemies, and decided to participate in a hunt for a heart. A deer, a couple of satyr assistants to the gala were shape-changed into deer and sort of took off running into the forest, and a bunch of the party members took off in the hunt following, including our heroes. Now, the air is still, except for the ragged breath of the ice troll and the distant howl of the Feywild winds cutting across the frozen lake. The once pristine snow is now marred with streaks of blood, deep gashes torn into the ice where claws and blades collided in battle. You stand amidst the wreckage of the fight, the once ferocious bear, now transformed, its hulking furred form shrinking and twisting back into that of Elias, Lady Zordhanna's husband. He lies motionless, his body battered and bloodied, the evidence of the savage fight clear in every wound. Nearby, Paulie, your wings still fluttering from the effort of carrying and pushing the heart away from danger, you look down at the bite wound on your arm. A sharp ache throbs from the spot where the werebear's fangs sank into your flesh. The cold seems to gnaw at you more intensely now, the potential consequences of that bite sinking in as deeply as the teeth themselves. Elias groans, blood pooling on the ice around him, his breath shallow. He's fading fast. There's no telling how much longer he'll last unless someone does something. And then there's the ice troll, still snarling and battered, but very much alive. Its icy blue eyes lock onto you, rage boiling beneath its frozen skin. Snow swirls as it moves, pulling itself up to its full towering height, blood dripping from its claws. You've wounded it, but its fury is far from extinguished. The ice creaks beneath your feet, a reminder of how close you all came to plunging beneath its frigid surface. The heart lies unconscious a few feet away from where Paulie slid it to safety, but there's no time to rest. You must decide quickly, save Elias, defend against the troll, or figure out what to do about Paulie's bite. Let's begin.
Good. Oh, can't hear you, Kate. Kate. Oh, okay, well, good. Sorry, I thought you were talking.
I'm sorry, I totally muted myself. I just wanted to point of order that Yama did fall in the ice and he knows exactly how it feels.
Yeah, that's it. Not as easily bewinged as everyone else, I guess. As we get to the top of the round, let's go around. Paulie, you're first up. As it's the first round, we're back after a week. Why don't you describe to us what we see? What is Paulie's winter gala / hunting attire? And he's looking a bit worse for wear, so why don't you describe to him what he looks like currently?
Well, Paulie's pretty happy he didn't go with his first plan, which was just his, all-natural birthday suit. Yama pushed and pleaded and begged for Paulie to wear something. So he's wearing his normal Pirates Refinery, but like just like that a little bit nicer. You know what I mean? Like he actually cleaned it a bit, and pretty happy for that now. But yeah, this bite's pretty bad, so he's hurt. He is feeling it. He's bloodied. So yeah, not having a great time.
Well, you are facing off against an ice troll. Killian, you're kind of hovering above the ground, above the bleeding out Elias. Yama, you've got sort of the heart near you, and there are still a number of ice methods who are kind of pelting you all with snowballs, just being a real nuisance. But you are up first, Paulie, in initiative. What would you like to do?
All right. Can I, for my bonus action, can I just reach up into my hat and drink some hat whiskey?
Absolutely.
And activate my amulet of the drunkard.
Activate hat whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Hat whiskey, engage. Beautiful. 15 points of health.
Nice.
It pays to be a drunk.
I see you contributing to the wild magic surge, Dylan, trying to make things a little bit more interesting as well. I like it. Could be turned into a barrel again.
If you remove...
Please not while we're on the ice.
2,000 points, I reckon I could make it 100% right now.
That's right. I'm sure we'll get some more spicy takers into the mix.
I just put... There you go.
God damn it.
After drinking said hat whiskey, Paulie's going to wipe his mouth and go, right, you're fucking next. And I'm going to stab at Mr. Trolley over here with Talon's Wrath.
All right.
Okay. Work, damn you. Not rolling. Unless I'm about to roll it 50 times now.
Potentially. You may need to roll it from within Foundry. I don't know, maybe there's like an update on the other thing.
Yep, I'll have a look. Boop.
There we go.
Ooh yeah, 23 to hit.
23 will definitely hit. The troll's hide is strong, but is not that strong.
No. Oh man. Oh.
Do you have to work out how to do your sneak attack manually?
Yeah.
Used to be so easy. It should. Yeah. I know there's been a lot of module updates, so I'm not sure if that's issues.
Yeah, one sec. Here we go. Oh, everything fucking just went funny. My screens went down.
I'll hit sneak attack here on your sheet. If this
Thank you.
is 66, is that right?
Yep.
26 additional damage.
Cool. I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll the D8 too because that was a 1.
Yep, and one of your D6s was a 1 as well.
That's all right. Just I can only roll the 1 dice again. That's all right. With 1 extra, so 20. What's that? 20. 26, 27. I can't count. 35.
35. 35 damage to the ice troll. None of that is cold damage, I assume.
No, it's there's some lightning.
That's fine. So 35. Excellent. Anything else?
No, that is all Paulie shall do.
All right. As we get to the ice troll's turn. At the start of its turn, I
probably should have moved away.
You notice that it is, even as you've stabbed it and slashed at it, you got in a couple of good hits, but you can see in this cold, its wounds knitting together, and it appears to have some kind of regenerative ability. Also, at the start of its turn, you are going to take 10 cold damage just from being close to it.
Asshole.
And then it's going to try and bite and claw at you. First up, the bite.
I should have moved away.
That'll be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. For 22 damage on the bite.
Fucking ow. Uncanny dodge.
Sure thing. And then it's also going to claw at you.
Hit.
But I believe it misses with a 14. One with bite, 2 with its claws. Oh, it has multi-attack. Aren't you lucky? Get all of its
bloodied.
attention. 23 to hit.
I think if 21 hits.
Yeah. So you take... it's the claw. 2d6 plus 4. So you take 14 slashing damage. And...
Oh, there's an and there.
Yeah, and 9 cold damage. And I need you to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm gonna fail that.
Yeah, fucking hell. Why don't you just
Yeah,
turn
10.
into a bear?
You have disadvantage on your attack rolls until the end of the troll's next turn.
Fair enough.
As
I'm on
you,
3 health anyway. I'm about to die.
as it claws into you, you feel sort of a chill go up your arm, and perhaps your wings as well. You're struggling to stay aloft. You certainly are still aloft. You're not on the ice, but you can feel that weight coming down on you a little bit. All right. Yama. It's not your turn, but a snowball just pap and just goes past you. Whiffed. Another one comes from up here on the top of the ridge. One throws one at you, Killian, but I believe a 15 will miss. Paulie, what's the range on you? We'll roll this with disadvantage. Wow. So it rolled with disadvantage. Both of them were 20.
Jesus Christ.
Paulie's down.
So you're going to take 8 damage from a snowball.
Paulie's down.
All right. So you're flying there, kind of trying to hold yourself up out of the reach of these claws, and you're just cracked in the back or on the side of the head by this just shard of ice, effectively. And Paulie collapses into the frozen lake. Yeah, well, that certainly gives us one less target. We like that. One's going to throw one at you, another one at you, Killian, but a 7, I believe, will miss.
Okay. So,
Killian, so what do we see when we see you? How are you looking? What's he wearing? What's he...
Looking fine. Just looking fantastic as usual. Pretty good. Steam rising off his amazing physique, as we know. Just an all-round very special boy floating in the air. I like to think that these snowballs that are flying at him, they're not missing. They would connect, but they're just melting before they touch him.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's a minor.
You're getting just a steam bath.
Yeah, just right in front of his face. Just looks glistening right now. Now, was it our rule that we could, if I give a potion to someone, is that an action or a bonus action?
I'm going to rule it's a bonus action, and they roll for the healing. If you use your full action, they'll get the max amount on the dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so this is good. This is fine. I will allow for them to roll for the healing. So this boy here, I'm going to fly down to him. Just above him. And I'm going to drop a potion of healing. I have...
Wait, wouldn't he just turn back into a werebear again?
I mean, what would you prefer?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we don't want him to die.
So yeah, I'm going to drop a potion of healing on him. So 2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
And he has to roll for that, correct?
Yeah, roll 2.
Yeah. And then as I've done that, I'm going to beat my wings and fly back up, just in case he turns back into a werebear.
Yeah.
And then, with my flying back up, I'll fly back to where I was. So I'm a little bit further, so I'm over the water. And then I'm going to target Paulie. And I am going to cast Life Transference at 4th level.
I love you.
So, This is gonna hurt me a lot. But
Well, I'm going next if you just want to like do some
he
damage.
takes damage being there. I'm gonna give him. I want to get him as much as possible anyway, because he has to fly in close to attack. I get him as much healing as pump as much into him as possible. So there's 28 points.
Well,
of
I think we
healing
should run.
to bring him.
We can
back
do it.
up.
I believe.
I mean, at least he can take some more damage now.
I just won't be an idiot and stay within his range.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least he's back up now, so he's got 28 hit points. And I take 28 damage.
What do I do here? you go, yeah. Was it 28?
so,
You
yep.
said?
Yep, 28 points of healing.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Twice the necrotic damage, so it's actually double 28. 28 times 2.
Are you
So
down
it's
then?
56. No. I take 28 damage. You get 56 points of healing.
56. Holy shit!
Mhm.
That's awesome.
There you
Yeah, that's
go.
double
Best healer ever.
I'll
Give
fight you.
My life. I give you my life. I'm
Literally.
literally giving you my life force. So you're good. You're back.
Yeah, I'm not even bloodied.
Yeah,
What
so
does that look like? Describe to us like what that looks like in the air. Like what does that magic look like as it comes out of you?
It's just a sickly, like you see, Killian. The steam gets like the barrier of steam around him, which at the moment is quite small, maybe 5 to 10 centimeters. Expands out a fair bit, so I like to think like any snow on the ground within 10 feet of me melts, and he stumbles a little bit in the air, like you see he's in physical discomfort from it, and then he sends out like a green mote that just like shoots direct, like a tiny little pin drop straight across at Paulie, and it hits him in the chest.
Mhm.
And then Paulie's eyes are just like straight back open, and he's like, "Ooh,
Just
shit,
like
I feel-"
zombie goes
Hey.
back up, like like starts to fall down and just goes what?
Never mind, I'm back. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like that. The color of V. It's that green. Of
Very
the
nice.
energy drink. I've just given him a great energy drink right now. He's back. So like any snow on the ground around me, there's like a circular bubble cut out below me on the bank here. That will quickly fill back in, but it's like he's put out a lot of energy to do that.
Yeah, nice. Love that. So you've flown down. As you get the potion out of your pocket, the healing potion, you feed it to Elias, and he comes to like as you're kind of like flying away. You're obviously very hasty and kind of pouring it down his gullet as best you can. He was bleeding out and coughing weakly, kind of looking at you. I'm going to give him a check here. He's going to make a check to see if he's still enraged by that that sort of red dust that the troll puffed into his face.
I would also like to say, as I'm like flapping away and I see his eyes opening, Killian will yell out, "Elias, get it together."
Very good. I guess we'll find out what he does on his turn. But his eyes have kind of shone open. He's not massively healed, of course, but he's definitely away from death's door. And kind of lying on the ice there. Similar to you, steam just kind of emanating off his body. He's not kind of melting the frozen lake like you do, but he obviously just like runs very, very hot. He's probably in... Actually, no, because he's transformed, I'm assuming like all of his clothes have ripped. And so there's just a naked man steaming on the frozen lake.
Man.
That's right.
He's like the Hulk. He's just got tattered purple shorts right now.
That's right. Yeah.
He doesn't ever rip away.
Well, that's the camera only ever shows like from an angle where there's like a jutting of ice kind of blocking it, or like Killian's wing kind of in the way, or an oar from the ship. Like there's always just something conveniently blocking it.
Head camera angle from Killian, and it's just a horn in the way.
Yeah.
Elias is standing there, hands on hips.
Yeah.
They know the waiting. Nice cock.
Brilliant. Cool. So Killian, you fly back up. Paulie, you come awake as well. Both you and Elias are prone on the ground currently, as you obviously took that big old snowball to the face. But if that's all, we go to Yama.
I don't know what to do. Okay, Yama is going to drop the deer. He was holding the sacrificial deer and he was carting it off under the assumption that we were running away now. Seeing everybody kind of rally and stand.
We totally were. You're right. We were absolutely running away when we ended. I forgot about that completely.
Yeah, that's why I had the.
Sorry, yeah, that's
I had the deer.
I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
So Yama's gonna fly into. I think that's about 40 feet. Maybe I'll go here. And he's going to. He's gonna pop off a 3rd level spell, Aura of Vitality. So 1 action, and sorry, this is on the.
Many fall in the face of chaos, but not this one.
I just rolled double ones on my healing. Love that for me.
So does it heal everyone or just you?
No, this is for the big man, the werebear.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this is basically I cast this spell as an action, and then as a bonus action on each of my turns within 30 feet radius from me, I can heal somebody for 2d6.
Lovely. Excellent.
So I'm dropping my expeditious retreat, and now I'm concentrating on this, which does last 10 minutes actually. So this is a really dope spell.
Absolutely. So you with your golden armor, butterfly wings,
about 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And then just this like burst, I think, of kind of light comes out of him. And he feels this kind of like warm, radiant healing.
Excellent. And I guess he looks up, he's lying there naked in the snow. He looks up and sees a golden armored angel and a
Fucking
sexy
angel.
shirtless devil floating above him. And looks.
He's got options,
really
you know?
conflicting to look at.
Am I in heaven? Or am I in hell? Am I in the in-between? He's thoroughly confused, bleary-eyed, obviously still covered in blood and wounds, and going from there.
I think I'd be confused if I saw this hot party too.
I see this hot party every week and I'm still confused.
Okay, the group is only as hot as its DM, alright?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You got to keep it PG now that my niece is actually joined the
chaos,
chat.
but not this one. Not today.
Okay, guys, have a great night. I'll see you later.
Very good. So Yama glowing with radiant energy, Killian glowing with infernal energy, and looking a little worse for wear, but not too bad himself. And Paulie looking well rejuvenated as it is Elias's turn. He's going to stand up, kind of look around, and kind of try and get his bearings. He's kind of stumbling around a bit, almost groggy. He doesn't seem to be transforming now, though. Let me just double check.
After that amazing 2 healing that he got.
Yeah, 100%. Well, yeah, 4 from Dylan, 4 from Killian, 2 from Yama. I mean, he's practically at full health, I'm sure. He's kind of looking up and looking around, completely unashamed, and sees that troll, and just his eyes kind of narrow. Who have you talked to him at the gala? I guess you all kind of had a bit of a chat to him when you arrived, right?
Yeah.
We definitely introduced ourselves.
Yeah. So he looks up at each of you. His eyes are kind of cleared a bit, or they're a bit blurry, and after a moment of not knowing what's going on, he'll yell out, "You're Verity's crew. Thank the gods you came." And then he coughs. He's still coughing up a bit of blood, but he seems to kind of start walking gingerly around, but he can't move very far. But it doesn't look like he's ready to rush back into battle just yet. He doesn't look like he's
Sure.
running off to take the heart either. It's more, you know, he's standing with you guys.
Yeah.
And we get to the captain.
Well, you son of a bitch. You took me down, but I got good buddies behind me. And this is what you get for it. And then I'm going to stab him.
The PG warning
Yeah,
lasted so
fucking-
long.
Oh, yeah, well, 23. Oh, sorry. Yeah, good point.
Surely it's MA 15 plus at least.
23 hit me. Does a 24 hit the troll?
24 hits the troll.
Oh, well, that's very good. Boom.
Ooh.
31 damage.
31 damage. Not bad, not bad. The troll
and-
is bloodied.
Yes. All right, Paulie is going to do like a cool backflip, like fly away thing.
Mm-hmm.
And while doing said backflip, mid arc, he's gonna like shoot with his pistol shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
15 damage. 15 to hit.
15 just misses, I'm afraid.
No.
Shrimpy sort of fires, and the bullet just goes straight into the ice troll and just drops to the ice.
Shrimpy never misses. That's the most important thing to remember there. Okay.
That's right.
If he you know, if he hit the ice, he was always supposed to hit the ice.
I'm just
He missed the
imagining.
troll, but he hit the method over here.
I'm imagining Zeph shooting the fishman in the One Piece live action. It just there's a moment where we're all standing there and just tink tink tink, and just oh crap.
And then I will get the hell out of this guy's aura.
Very good.
I'll go this way though, in the hopes that he'll come and chase me still.
So you used half your movement to stand up, and then the other
Yes.
half to fly back.
Yep.
Excellent. And lucky you, you're out of the troll's aura.
That's what I was hoping for.
But the troll continues to regenerate.
Do we have a feeling for how large that aura is yet?
Why don't you give? Or why don't you? Sure. Why don't you give me a perception check to kind of gauge how wide it is? Yeah. Where does the air change? Where the air temperature changes?
Beautiful.
That's a 21.
Uh, 21. Yeah. You're right on the edge of it. Actually, you determine that if you're within sort of
Oh, okay.
10 feet of this thing, you'll get the chill. And on a meta level, I'll tell you that it's at the start of the troll's turn. Oh no, wait, actually no. It's any creature that starts its turn is meant to take 10 damage, but because I didn't realize that, I'll let Paulie slide on this one, and I'll enforce it for now. So if you start your turn within 10 feet of the troll, you'll take the cold damage. Cool. Let's see. Now, no one's really hurt the troll except for Paulie, so it makes sense that the troll would continue coming after Paulie.
Yeah, come on, you little B word, you effing B word, you sin. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I can put in bleeps if you'd like.
Live bleeps.
You bleeping the bleep bleep the bleep bleep the bleep. Yeah, that's what I did to your mother. You bleeping bleep bleep.
This is almost
Perfect.
worse.
Huh? Because it leaves it up.
Yeah,
to
you were never so rude before.
Yeah, but then someone said a child was around.
By
I'm gonna be a father.
a child, I mean she's 21 or something. Like I just assume she's a child because she's my niece.
Okay.
Oh.
You can go back to
Well,
swearing.
Well, then fuck me. Why you?
Well, you might want to say fuck me indeed, because 24 does hit, and you're going to take 9 piercing damage, 9 cold damage for an 18 damage total.
Owie.
And then in come
That's only one of fucking what? How many hits?
3 attacks.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, I forgot to. Yeah, you've. It doesn't matter now, but all your attacks were at disadvantage last round. Remember, we'll need to remember that
shit.
for next round if these claws hit you. 26 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
2d8 cold damage. Not applying the cold.
Did I do something to you over the weekend? Like, I thought I was
10 slashing damage and an
Shame on
extra
things.
10 cold damage.
I'll uncanny dodge one of
Would
them.
you? Oh, it's only if you take damage.
There we go.
Oh no, deals damage. Dan, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
I absolutely can. This thing is not incredibly wise. It got a 7.
So it takes damage equal to the damage it just dealt.
Okay. Is it the same damage type, or does it change?
It doesn't say. Oh no, it does say. It says radiant damage.
Ah, very good, because it is, as you would imagine, immune to cold. So, Paulie, 20 incoming damage to you that you're uncanny dodging, down to 10.
Okay, yep. Will there be the first attack too?
Oh, well, the first attack, what was the first attack? First attack was 18 damage.
Yeah.
Second damage was 20.
38 points of damage.
You can uncanny dodge one attack.
Oh yeah, good point. Alright, I'll do the 20 damage one.
But the troll will take 20 radiant damage. What does that look like, Yama, as you punish the troll for its insolence?
So there was that like big burst of healing magic before that. This is totally different. This is like a burn. There's like a sizzle of flesh, and I think we can, you get that hair smell as it kind of catches the light.
Love that.
Was that not just a very small burst of healing before?
A very
Healing.
impressive
Yeah.
looking burst of healing.
Sitting in, I'm the better healer here. While it coughs up blood.
And then for the final claw attack is going to be a 10 to hit, which will not hit Paulie. Cool. So that is the ice troll's turn. Of course, have the ice methods. One of them is going to scurry down. Collides with the wall. Yeah, scurry down and start getting in close to this unconscious satyr, this deer, and looking like it's about to cause a bit of mischief.
Don't take our damn deer.
That method's about to die.
Paulie, you've got a snowball coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
22 to hit for 7 cold damage. Yep. Yama, you're going to get one incoming. It's a 6 to hit. That's not going to hit. And then Killian, a 12, I assume, will not hit either as we get to your turn.
All right. So Killian, the entire time, has been holding in our travels. He attuned to the Eldritch staff. Has been holding onto his Eldritch staff, and he's like, to him, it's just a cool stick. But he's got a grasp on what it does now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who doesn't like sticks?
Who doesn't like getting a grasp on their staff, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know it. So Killian's gonna fly ahead to, what is that, 15 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. We'll go next to Yama for now. And he's going to cast a 3rd level. Oh, actually, no, he's going to. Yeah. For now, 3rd level lightning bolt. Yeah. On this guy. And it's 100 feet a straight line. Would you say that's a straight line?
Sure.
Cool. Lightning bolt, 8d6 damage.
Hey, rip.
28 points of damage.
8d6. I think you said 86. I was
8d6.
like, holy crap.
wish.
So what does it need to do? Dexterity saving throw. Another
Let's
thing it's
see.
not amazing at. Would you believe it rolled a 0?
Very good. That's 19 points less than what it needed.
And the ice method certainly fails as well. So they each take 28 lightning damage.
Yep. And then Killian is, this is probably a poor decision on Killian's part, going to fly in close to the troll
All right.
because he's banking on something with his big brain.
Mm-hmm. Love a big brain move. End of turn.
End of turn.
All right. Yama.
All right, Yama is going to bonus action, heal. Fucking hell. Everybody's also chewed up. I'll heal. Killian, are you looking really shitty after that heal?
Fine.
Fine? Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. Then
Hey,
I'm going to...
help.
Yeah, you really need to just run away, man.
Help the bird.
I just want to heal this guy. Oh, yeah, you like... I think you ran out of my radius, though, Paulie. Oh, no, you're
Okay.
still in. Sweet, 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 sweet.
I heal him.
oh,
Heal him up. Fine. Heal up Elias.
Yeah, well, cool. I want to get him back on the fighting side. So this is for Elias, and I've rolled a 1 and a 2 again. This is absolutely ridiculous.
3 healing. Well, 3 health you didn't have before. So he feels that kind of radiant glow emanate out from you, perhaps kind of warming him. Just as he's kind of like limping along the snow here, he kind of looks up and gives you that. He's kind of like too out of breath to, give you an enthusiastic hells yeah, but definitely he looks up and acknowledges it and kind of grits his teeth and kind of keeps limping along.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to then fly in. Oops, sorry, I'm still on my ruler. Fly in, and I'm going to attack twice with my...
Hell yeah.
Get it, Yama?
Is that ice mimic going for the heart? Just realized how close it is to it.
Yeah, it went over there and is kind of like kneeling down, looking at the thing.
Killian has a plan.
Oh, freaking
But
rolling my
nobody
die.
knows.
Yeah.
Alright, it's not really rolling, but let me just roll 2d20 and plus 7 to each roll. So that is 1 natty 19 and then a 3.
The natty 19 certainly hits.
Sweet, so let me roll some slashing. Oh, what's going on with D&D Beyond that it hates me? So this is 1d10 plus 3.
I'll tell you, don't even worry about rolling it. Just tell me how you do it, because Killian got it incredibly low for you.
Damn it.
Amazing, cool. Yeah, so
My plan
Yama
has
just
fallen.
flies in on his golden butterfly wings with his sparkles, looking like a full-on angel. He totally just kill steals this troll out from under Killian and says, "Well, who's the best fighter then?" As he just kind of lops the head off this very singed and burnt troll.
Yama, you're so strong. How did you single-handedly defeat that troll?
You-
Can
I
Killian
know,
work
I just-
quickly in this? Killian will be like,
No.
hit me, please, hit me. He's got a plan. He was flying in to take damage.
Why?
Hit me.
I don't want to hit you.
Hit me.
Is this
It's never
Is
fun
this a
when he
weird
wants it.
fetish? Yeah, no, exactly. Sorry, but I prefer to keep to hitting you when you're not looking.
Just punch me.
So the troll. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna fly over to that dude, but as you please.
So yeah, you fly,
Was the
Killian.
troll transform into her?
Killian, you shot this thing with a lightning bolt, blowing up the method behind it, leaving it incredibly scarred and singed. It roars and turns to you to bite at you, but as it gets up in your face and you're kind of, I assume, standing there like, yes, I want you to hit me. Yama kind of flies in and just samurai. I'm assuming that the fly past samurai cut.
Love it. Yep.
And then there's that moment of swing, and then just the head slides off the body. And
Wait. Sorry to interrupt, Dan.
sure.
As I flew into the troll's aura, do I take damage, or is it on the troll's turn?
No, it's at the start of your turn if you're in the aura. Yeah. That's right. We can't unkill steal this. Sorry, Dylan.
Oh no! I'm not doing damage to it. That's not the plan.
Oh yeah, sorry, you wanted to take damage. But anyway,
I needed to take damage. Yeah.
that's fine. Look, you always just punch yourself in the face. We'll be here for it.
Aren't you up in the air? Just stop flying.
And the body of the troll just kind of crumples to its knees and then falls, and then it's just bleeding out, sort of black-green blood on the ice.
Can I heal this guy? For
is that your action and bonus action done?
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot that there is still methods around.
Right. So as you hover back over Elias, he's kind of like limping back to where this, you can get into a bit of a cover behind this, underneath this crashed ship. Yeah, there's not much he can do at the moment against this method, although he looks like he's getting ready to give it a red hot crack. In fact, actually, you know what? He'll use his entire movement to get over there. He'll dash over to this thing. It looks like he's about to try and punch this thing in the face on his turn. Paulie.
Wait, Paulie's going to help him out and shoot that method.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Does a 17 hit?
Double check. I believe it does. Absolutely it does.
Oh, wait. Sorry, no. Disadvantage.
Yes, yeah, because you're hit by the claws.
12 hit.
12 will still hit.
Hell yeah!
And you have an ally standing next to him, if you can consider Elias an ally.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just take the 14 damage.
That bloodies the creature.
Hell yeah! All right, and then I'm gonna go up to this one over here.
Mm-hmm. There might be a
Fly
wall.
up there.
Yeah, it might be a wall there. Yeah.
Go, you little shit, and then I'm gonna stab him. 16 hit.
16 certainly hits.
Beautiful. $37 points of damage.
What does that look like, Paulie?
Just obliterate him, because he actually knocked me out. So I'm gonna try and like stab him so hard that he just turns into snow.
Yeah. You're just going to fly straight through him and just ice shatters in every direction.
Yes.
Love that for him. As you do, in fact, he explodes. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Damn it. That was a natural 1.
You're going to take 4 cold damage as... slashing damage as those shards of ice that it is made up of kind of slice through your feathers as you plow through it.
The last couple of days, it's just not going to work.
It's just not on your A game.
No. No, I have been bitten by a werebear.
That's right. The heart is still unconscious from when you knocked it out. The ice method, not super stoked about obviously being hit, is going to try and attack or guard its kill that it's trying to get. Spells? Oh, it has spells. It is going to cast Fog Cloud on itself and try and move away, incurring an attack of opportunity here. Elias is going to try and punch this thing with disadvantage. Oh, I still have him as targeting Yama. That's not very nice. So, like a smoke bomb, just a big cloud of fog emerges around. You can't see Elias or the heart or the method anymore. And then you just hear another tinkle of sort of a glass explosion as it sounds like, Elias has punched this this method.
Good job.
Last one might just give you what you asked for, Gillian. As it's going to throw a snowball at you, but it's going to miss. Yeah.
I jump in the way of it.
You can if you want, sure.
Yes.
You can take 5 cold damage.
Done. Hell yeah. Like, everyone just sees Killian like dart in the way of a snowball. He's like, ugh. But he's still holding the staff, and then you hear, and Killian disappears.
Oh.
Ooh.
And Killian is now. No, how far have I gone?
Does he need to be able to see his location?
No.
Oh.
It's just 60 feet. What does it say?
To an unoccupied
60
space
feet
that
to
you
an
can
unoccupied
see.
Space. I just said, that you can see. Okay, well, he will appear. Well, no one can see him anyway.
Sure.
So he's going to. Is this darkness over here?
It's like a fog cloud, so you can't see in it.
I'm above it.
Oh, okay, right. Yep.
Still invisible. He's just like clocked where the deer was.
Sure.
And essentially teleported right next to it, but above the cloud.
Yeah.
But still invisible.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. So I assume that was your reaction. Now it is your turn.
Oh yes, my turn. Very good. So the fog cloud. Would you say that heat would get rid of fog, like I'm getting rid of the snow?
Potentially. I mean, you'll certainly make it dissipate faster.
Or can I?
But I don't want to set the precedent that just you being somewhere removes the spell fog
flap
cloud.
my wings to like dissipate it a bit.
Sure. You know what? Give me. If you want to, flap your wings. Give me an athletics check.
Oof. Okay. 0.
So you're still invisible. The fog is kind of like twisting and curling around you, but not so much that anyone would notice that you're there. But unfortunately, no. So you still have your action and everything, but I'll just say that unfortunately you weren't really able to shift the tide. The fog cloud will obviously eventually dissipate. Wind will pick it up, etc. But in the less than 6 seconds it's still there.
Yes. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do. Oh no, that's probably a terrible idea. I'm going to lower myself down because I've clocked where it was.
Mm-hmm.
And can I feel out for it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can get down before you. Actually, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, 8.
You reach out blindly in this kind of heavily obscured fog. You can kind of you can kind of make out some kind of outlines. You reach out and you think you grab kind of one of the antlers, but then you realize, oh no, wait, that's Elias.
I've grabbed something I shouldn't have.
Probably a forearm or a calf or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, we'll go with that. Oh shit! Sorry, Elias.
He's just like,
he can hear me, but he's like,
Yeah. He's just like, that's okay. I mean, you're invisible. The fog is like moving around you, so I guess you don't cast like a shadow like a normal person would in the fog. But if he looks very closely, the fog's probably moving around you in a particular way, and you can hear your wings, right? So yeah. And he just replies, "Oh, that's one of you winged folk. Glad I was thought it was another one of these beasts come to attack."
No, absolutely not. No need to attack. It's okay. I'm the one that threw the potion at your head to get you back up.
I am
you're okay now, right?
Most grateful, yes.
All right, very good. Well, I only have but a few seconds left. We can't continue this conversation. And I'll just, clocking where I'll move again a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've just basically lowered myself down. And then what is the range? 85 feet. I am going to...
Thanks for adding the inspiration, Kate.
Oh, okay. So I know whereabouts that ice method was.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good look at it before you descended into the fog cloud, for sure.
Yeah. So I know the direction because I can pinpoint direction perfectly with keen mind.
Yep. You're still heavily obscured, so
Yes.
but they kind of cancel each other out, right? The advantage you have for being hidden and the disadvantage for not being able to see it will cancel each other out. So it'll just be a normal check.
Yes. Just a flat roll. Luckily, I don't have to take a skill-based roll for this. You see Killian slowly from his hand, like his hand starts to appear, so a shadow starts to form in the fog. And then in front of his hand, so basically anything, extreme heat emits from Killian. And he's just going to throw a fireball at this ice method, like near it.
Yeah, nice.
In the direction of it, knowing that it was on a rock.
Yeah.
31 fire damage, and I would like to say that I feel like the heat would get rid of the fog there quite quickly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, this sort of ball of fire emanates from your hand, or starts forming in your hand, and even though it's smaller when it leaves your hand, I think that is definitely enough to kind of punch a hole through the fog, right? And that kind of sets off a bit of a vacuum that, you know, the fog kind of swirls, and after a moment or two, it dissipates. Even if the ice method would dodge, which it failed to do, it is also incredibly vulnerable to fire. So I think even if it did succeed here, it wouldn't be okay. So do you want to describe to me what we see as this fireball detonates where the ice method was momentarily?
See, is like a bright light emit, extreme heat, like around him, and then like, you know, like in all the animes when something goes through a cloud and there's just a big circle in the cloud.
Yeah.
That forms out of the fog, and then the rock that the ice method's on just explodes.
Just a
And you
pool
don't
of
see what happens to
melting ice, you know, this kind of like onsen hot spring momentarily before other bits of ice on the lake start cracking thanks to the big hole you've made.
Luckily for us, there's a crack here that forms all the way to the ship, so it will slow it down enough.
Sure, if you say so. This non-Euclidean
Can also
magical
fly.
world.
Exactly. Exactly. Stand by it. But yeah, we don't see what happens to the ice method. There's
Yep.
just a huge explosion that echoes. I'd like to imagine all the way back to the palace. Everyone's like, what the hell was that?
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. Roll for avalanche.
God damn it. What would you like me to roll?
Just roll a d100 for me. I'd just love to see a percentile dice for this. 22. No, I think you're fine.
Hell yeah.
There is a boom that echoes out. Maybe you see like, you know, some snow falling off trees. You can hear it echoing out in the wilderness. You all stare up at the mountains nearby with bated breath. But it's okay.
I feel like it's only fair that I roll another D100 considering I sent out a lightning bolt before. Would a lightning bolt create sound like thunder?
Yeah, but true.
Or is it just the flash of light?
I think it was more because you described it as a very loud explosion.
Yeah.
I think lightning would obviously superheat the air and create a thunder sound, but it's not necessarily.
Yeah.
It doesn't do like thunder damage necessarily.
Yeah.
But I was just playing off your description because I loved your description.
Yeah. I'll stop trying to destroy the palace.
So you get back and it's all been snowed under.
Yeah, then we can take the crystal and leave.
Sure.
And that other stupid magician will be dead.
Very good. Well, I think that is all the baddies. So you have solved my ice troll puzzle. Yama, I appreciate you've still got your vitality aura still up, and you have it up for 10 minutes. So I'm not sure if you want to do a quick calculation of your average healing per turn over 10 minutes. What that would be, and if you wanted to unmute yourself as well.
I'm back to you guys. Sorry, I wrote in the message, just like the chat as to why. I just didn't want to say it out loud.
Sure, of course.
I feel like Maybe roll 10 times and then multiply that by 10.
Makes sense.
It's not 10. It's just 1 minute, sadly.
Okay. Well, still 10.
So I'll just
Seven more times.
10
yeah,
times
7
the
more
average, or 7 times the average. I think it's fine. Unless you just really want to roll 7 d4s or whatever it is.
I'm gonna roll 14d6.
There you go. And then you can just tell me how you're distributing it, I guess.
It's lots of 1s and 2s today. I'll just give it all to our host, I think. Everybody else so he gets 39 points of healing.
I'm on
everybody
18 points of health.
No. So what I'm gonna say is I've got 53 points of healing in my lay on hands pool.
Oh, awesome.
So yes, I'll just use the rest of that on Paulie. Unless you wanted some, Killian. How you
I'll
feeling?
take a little bit. I don't need a lot.
How many?
I'm gonna give you. Let me give you 33.
I'll take it. 51.
Killian, I'll do 20.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Well,
And we'll look at Yama and be like, okay, we're equal healers.
Yeah, but I'm still the greater damage dealer, so that's okay.
The greatest swordsman.
The greatest swordsman, yes, thank you.
That's me, thank you.
I don't know. Did
Oh,
you see
God
what I
damn it.
did with Talon? He just knows this is a very
Yeah.
sore point for Paulie.
Yeah, look, see? Right there. And he's like the tiniest little infinitesimal little scratch. You know what I mean? That
Killian's, like,
only
already turned
Paulie
around.
actually sees.
Killian said it, then turned around and started speaking to Elias immediately. Just like, with a shit-eating grin on his face.
Very good. So yeah, I think Elias is kind of parks himself in just kind of sits down in the snow, not worrying about freezing his buns, and just sort of is catching his breath for a moment.
Nice carp.
Was that sorry?
No, it's just me being a rat again.
Okay. I thank you, friends. I perhaps bit off a little bit more than I could chew on the hunt. I thought go out on my own, secure a prize for my lady, win even more charm and affection from her, but I didn't quite expect to run into trolls out here.
Well, look, you definitely bit off more than you could chew. You bit me right on the bloody ass.
Oh yeah, that seems bad, right?
Oh yeah.
Based
How-
of what I know, that's not good at all.
Yeah. Are you protected against curses?
No.
You have an incredibly strong constitution.
No. These bones are hollow.
No, I've seen him on a night out.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, we
Why?
we
Why
know
are you
someone.
sorry?
I may have imparted my curse upon you while I was enraged.
What
And-
curse?
and-
Paulie, he was a
Well-
bear.
Dude, you turn into like dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how
Wasn't-
magic works.
This is true. He is an idiot.
Rude, but
It is not a very well kept secret that I am cursed with. Now, this is Dan asking. It wouldn't be lycanthropy, would it? It'd be like
Werberism.
Ursynthropy.
I like that.
I think
Really rolls off the tongue.
It does, doesn't it?
I like werebearism.
no, they're lycanthropes. Lycanthropes is the term.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because lycan actually means shifting, not like
Yes.
because it's
Oh,
werewolf.
no, like
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
Because then it would be canine rupee.
Ism.
Yeah.
He says, well, I suppose it could have been worse. You could have been bitten by a mangy werewolf or a werehouse.
Warehouse?
Werebear is perhaps not the worst of them.
But wait, okay, what can I do? There must be something I can do.
Yeah. What does it entail as well? Is this like once a month? Every time you get angry?
Can I? It just happened. Can I fix it?
If we can find a healer, who knows how to remove curses. We get it soon enough, then yes, I think
Let's fucking go!
Killian puts his finger up. He's like, how about I suppose a minor demigod? Not me.
Oh, I can
Maybe that
prepare
guy.
it tomorrow. Polly, I could probably help you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, help
I
us.
just-
Can I
just
last
have
till
to-
tomorrow?
As long as you don't eat anyone tonight.
the
Yeah, I just have to pray to my gods.
the transformation does take some time to take hold, and you should be one night here in the Fae shouldn't be too terrible. Perhaps just have your friends watch you over the night. The first transformation in particular can be quite horrible.
I have an interesting question, sorry, about lycanthropy. So lycanthropy is, it takes time, right? Is it just time relative to time, or is it time relative to aging, say, 7 days? Because Aarakocran's lives are a lot shorter.
Well, why don't you give me an Arcana check, Killian, to see what Killian would know.
Paulie's just kind of
Jesus
sitting there
Christ,
like,
11.
I mean, you
Do I
know.
have any features? Do I have any features here?
Well, you know who'd be
Thinking of
really
this
good at this, knowing this? The monster hunter in your party.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who's off playing with the ladies.
But I will point out, I'll be like, that your old friend, Sorn, strikes me as the kind of guy that might be able to help with this, or might know someone. Like, he knows a lot of people, doesn't he? He's kind of
I
cool.
already said this, but if it's a time thing, let's fucking go.
Typically, you would have until a full moon for your first transformation, at least until you get a hold of it, and then you can usually shift at will, though it takes many years to master.
I don't want to be an owlbear.
Controlling your urges while
No, you'd be
shapeshifted.
bird bear.
A parrot
you
bear.
wouldn't be, you wouldn't be as cool as an owlbear. Owlbears are cool as hell. You'd be all colorful and shit. It'd be
Thank
I mean,
you.
that could be kind of cool.
Thank you so much for the positivity there, Killian. You're making my curse of werebeariness very positive.
You can bite me too. Do me. Killian's just trying to learn magic shit. He's like, do me. I'll take it. Actually, wait, no, that's a bad idea. I have horns. Although, no,
Yeah.
don't do me.
You just be a
Killian's
Tauren.
like
You just be a
thinking out
Tauren
loud.
druid.
Exactly. Killian's like looking at Elias. He's like, no. He puts his arm out. He's like, I'll talk to you about this later. I need to think on
Well,
this. As long as you're okay. Like,
Yeah, speaking of that, let's maybe get you back to the party, get you back into some clothes, some warmth by the fire. How does that sound?
It sounds
Let's go.
excellent, and I think if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't. I wouldn't have been able. I certainly wouldn't have been able to secure the hunt. So I believe this prize is yours.
Yama's going
securing the
to.
prize.
Ooh, yeah, Yama's going to lift it over his shoulder, and let's trudge back.
Killian will quickly say, as we're walking, he'll be like, do we want to hide this from the other folk looking for their prizes? Because I could just polymorph it into a snail and carry it, and then no one would try to take it from us. Because that wasn't against the rules. Fucking
No,
up other people.
it wasn't. Though there are a number of deer, obviously, that were out there. It's an excellent point, though. I leave it up to you. I'm probably not in a great position to fight off any would-be attackers, though I believe any dueling would be tricksy at best. I don't believe any of the other guests would actually want to harm us.
I don't.
It definitely
look,
seems too underhanded to even consider. Come on.
If anyone jokingly tried to harm me, I would blow them the fuck up. I don't understand Trixie. Like what happened to that Mephit over there, and there's just a gaping hole in the ground.
You're quite.
I'm worrying about me getting in trouble, not and possibly quite killing other guests. I don't want to do that.
quite the
Except for that one guy.
accomplished young wizard.
Yeah, well, thank you. Like, Killian's like, yeah, he's completely. His whole tone's changed. He's all like, yeah, I'm great. Completely lost his train of thought.
Yeah. Perhaps when all this when the party's over, you should discuss. Perhaps if my wife can impart any teachings onto you. She's quite the mage herself.
She did give me this cool book.
Just as a point of order, she didn't give you the book. The elves gave you the Summer Fae gave you that book, I think.
It was okay. Never mind. No, she gave me the kiss on the forehead.
That's right.
Yeah, I point at my forehead. I'm like, she gave me a kiss on my forehead. I think she was trying to impart some knowledge.
Could be, though. She has seemed somewhat distant lately. I
won't question that.
Perhaps, yeah. That's more. Maybe that was a little too personal as we stand here while I'm naked in the snow. Let's get back.
Yeah, that's okay. I think we're definitely friends now. We won't be spreading rumors or anything.
Do you want me? I mean, I could hide you and get you back inside if you would like, if you don't want anyone to see you in this state.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, perhaps if you just have a spare pair of pants or a kilt I could wear.
You can take my robe. And Yama's just take his cloak off, and he can give it to him.
Yeah, cool. He'll fashion it like a toga.
Yeah, I was saying, Paulie really hates pants anyway, so he just starts taking his pants off and go, "If these fit you, you can go for it."
No, I like.
He hates them.
He does the toga look, the one over the shoulder wrap. Nice and breezy down below, and joins you in the kind of trudge back to the gala.
Yeah, but I really wanted to take my pants off.
Well, you could be standing there holding your pants off.
Keep us on a little bit longer.
Or taking your pants off in solidarity.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. So you all kind of start making your way back. Are you going at a quite a brisk pace? Are you trying to sort of move slowly, quietly? Or is there any other kind of questions you had for Elias before you get back to the throng of the party?
I think Yama's trudging, so he's not quiet. He's got this deer over his shoulder, if that's how we went with it. Sorry.
That's right. You were finishing anyway. That's my fault.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Paulie is going to be asking every question about werebeariness, just in case that he doesn't get healed.
Yeah. So he goes on to tell you that he was born a werebear, and has been for many hundreds of years.
Hundreds?
Yep.
You look great for hundreds of years old.
Thank you. It's a blessing and a curse, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a literal curse.
So most try to resist the curse when they're obviously not transformed. Typically, though, the transformations come unbidden during a full moon. But when the moon wanes, you can kind of control it, keep it in. But if you get particularly rattled or upset, or need to draw on its strength, there's a change that you can go through and either transform into a full bear itself, or sort of a more hybrid form that's sort of halfway between the two. I don't know what that'll look like for someone like yourself. As you said, maybe a kind of owl bear-esque kind of thing, but you can draw on it typically for incredible amounts of strength, and I mean, it's kept me alive all these years. It's something you just have to live with, right?
You can do that.
Not if I can't heal it first.
Killian's like, I have a hybrid thing.
Oh, yes?
Takes a lot of, it's not a curse. Took a lot of studying to figure out. I feel like a curse might make it easier to do, but like, if I don't know. I can get dragon arms.
Very good. Were you bitten by a dragon or the dragon
I'm
ancestry?
sure I was at some point.
Right.
But no, it's got nothing to do with getting bitten. I can summon dragon spirits from other realms, and I read a book that taught me how to do a spell, and that took me a long time to do it, and I'm slowly but surely creating my own arc of that spell.
Bit of a tinkerer, bit of a coming up with your own magic. It's definitely a state that many wizards get to, and some of the greats have obviously come up with some of their own spells. I look forward perhaps to hearing your name as a new spell is developed, perhaps generations from now.
Yeah, I call it Killian's Cool Arms. The work is still, the naming is still not quite. I don't think I've landed on a final name yet.
Right. Yes.
I feel like it needs a little bit more to it.
Oh well,
A bit more
keep
pizzazz,
at it.
if you will.
And once you've perfected the spell, I guess it all comes down to marketing.
Oh well, I'm quite terrible at that. If you could point me in the direction of anyone that's great at marketing, the university wouldn't let me in.
Short-sighted.
Yeah, I know, right? They're all wearing glasses.
Those nerds.
They need that LASIK. The only laser I have is a disintegrate. I think I can't help them.
Well, if we can get a hold of someone who can remove curses. You said your paladin friend here, Yama, was it?
Yes.
That should do it. I'm afraid that someone born with lycanthropy, such as myself, only be rid of this through something like a wish. However, as difficult as it is, it's something that is part of me. So it's not even something that I would ask my wife to relieve me of.
What? Killian just said that his wife can do wish, and he's like, God damn. He's just not saying anything. He's just super impressed.
Cool. So you make it back to the Palisade Hall, back to the estate. By the time you get there, there is one other group who is already there, sort of cheering. They've roused the deer that they've brought back, and the satyr's getting a nice hot mug of cocoa. But you are the second to bring back, and there's sort of a loud cheer comes out across the opening in the forest. As you're seen there, kind of Yama with the heart over your shoulder.
And can I just, as we lay it down, I'm just gonna cast chill wounds on it, because I know it was one of the guests or something, right? Or one of the people from the palace.
Yeah, one of the
Okay.
waiters. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to revive it, bring it back up.
Yeah.
He casts a bit of healing on it.
So you you cast a bit of healing. You infuse it with a bit of that divine magic, and it does that thing that deer and kind of animal or cats do when they try and get out of your grasp. It kind of wriggles and it hops to the ground and then kind of transforms back, and looks a little bit dizzy. But you kind of lead them across the clearing to the estate, and everyone who didn't go off on the hunt, who kind of stayed around. They're all still sipping champagne and eating cake, and all kind of clapping, and some cheers go up as you rejoin the party. When people come up to Elias and go to congratulate him as well as part of your group, he kind of shies off and is like, no, it was all them. It's their hunt, it's their victory. And he kind of conveys all glory to you.
Killian will be like, don't sell yourself short. You did help. Gives him a pat on the back.
And where are we? Where's my house map? Map. All right, right, so you're back at the hall. It sort of stretches out in front of you. Some other groups of people bring back some of the hearts, and there is a bit of a reward ceremony. Each of you, as a group, or I think it was about five deer that were that ran out and are brought back. Each of you are given a small crystal key, which is and Lady Adula sort of very, very coolly, congratulates you all and says, these keys open one locked room in my estate. You are welcome to enter and take one item of your choosing.
But that's why.
Ooh.
My champions.
Killian is gonna go straight
Okay.
back to the big guy.
Wait. I'm gonna message you guys something.
Okay. Well, Yama thinks so deeply. We each got one? That's crazy.
No, each group.
Okay, cool.
So
cool,
you have
cool.
one as a group, yeah. But then, yeah, maybe some time passes. There's a bit more time of, in the hall. Hot drinks, mulled wine is served.
Wait, can you phrase it again too? To say it again.
That you may enter one. There are locked rooms in my estate that these keys will open. You may enter one and take one item of your choosing.
Thank you. Perfect.
Cool. Yama's definitely partaking of the sweets and treats and conversing with the Feylord that was there. Was there much else to do in here?
There's plenty more or I think you all get a equivalent of a short rest as you take some time, have something to eat, kind of remingle with the people. Maybe go looking for Karu and Diana, or spend most of your time in the hall looking around. If there's other things you want to investigate or look around in, you're certainly welcome to. You tell me.
Maybe Yama approaches the queen, and my lady, or she's not like a queen, right? She's just like a lady.
Yeah, she's just sort of I mean, everyone calls her Lady Adula or Lady Zordhanna, but it seems somewhat self-styled. She owns this land, that the house is on, presumably. Once she was a notorious pirate, but many noble families have started as pirates and criminals and then legitimized somehow. So this could just be the start of that.
Cool. Well, he will approach her and just, my lady, perhaps now you might grant me the honor of that dance.
Of course. And she sort of rises from the throne, the kind of overlooks. It's very Bridgerton, when the queen is like overlooking the dance party, and she kind of rises up, and the band kind of like takes notice and starts changing their tune. Changes the music to something more waltzy. What kind of, or does Yama pick the music? What does Yama? Does he go over them and go, I only know dances to this song?
I think he bides his time and waits for something like upbeat to come along. I think he's definitely, while it's a very like militaristic background that he has, I would say he's definitely like well traveled, well versed in this kind of stuff as all the rest of his manners. So I think he definitely knows how to dance. And he's
an officer, right?
absolutely.
He would have had to go to balls and parties, even hobgoblin ones, I'm sure.
Smooth. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, he picks something upbeat. I think you're right, like a waltz or something. But he's going for he's not dexterous, but he's going for that like tech athleticism. So something more upbeat rather than where his technique might be criticized.
That's fine. Yeah. So I would love a performance check from Yama to kind of see how this goes. Because you choose the music, I'll say you have it with advantage.
Amazing.
And whilst everyone who's mostly here, they all wait for your dance or like the start of your dance. I think at 21, that's excellent. I'm assuming there's a lot of that where you walk past each other and then kind of like look and do the thing, and then you like step back and then step in again and get close and dance around each other. I've obviously watched too much Bridgerton recently.
I love it.
But that kind of that more formal nobility kind of dancing, and then maybe you get more into that kind of like close-ish waltz, hand around her waist kind of thing, leading her around. Other people, once the first part of the song is kind of done, a lot of other people join you on the dance floor. Notably, Sorn does not join you and just looks on kind of morosely.
Well, I don't know if it's possible to like hold a conversation, but maybe like in passing, like as they're kind of like passing each other, Yama is like, we happened upon a troll on your property. Is that normal in these areas? Is it always dangerous?
It is always a little bit dangerous, though the wards around the estate certainly will keep you safe, never fear. But no, activity out there is one of danger, and if there wasn't danger on the hunt, it wouldn't be fun.
Yes, well, we definitely had fun. But yeah, Yama's just like kind of wanting to like maybe bide time and distract if you guys wanted to like recon. I don't know. Maybe you could like unlock all the doors without using a crystal key until you find the right door. I don't know, something to lure her back to.
Yes.
I don't think that's a good idea in a Fey area.
Well, I don't know what the plan is to get this necklace off her neck.
Well, the idea I had, if you can get her in one of those rooms, we can do it.
Well, maybe Yama is just like charming and talking, and if there's a way for me to like, without being too obtuse, I guess, he's going to lean on the fact that we saved her partner, and he like got himself in this kind of sticky situation, and maybe just kind of gently hint that maybe she owes us like a little bit more, but he really just wants to get the vibe of their relationship, because we already got like a weird vibe of him. So
Yeah.
Is she kind of echoing that? Like she doesn't give a shit that he was almost killed by a troll.
Sure. Give me an insight check as you kind of plumb that kind of conversational avenue. Avoiding all the culverts and cul-de-sacs of the awkwardness.
I'd like to use one of the inspirations because this is wisdom based, and I am not a wisdom based character. If you guys don't mind. Alright, here we go. +1 on this.
You got this.
Oh god, 10.
I'll say that you definitely notice that when you mention, so you kind of like bring up the fact that you kind of saved your husband, or like you ran into him out there, and you're kind of like gently kind of leading the conversation in that direction and kind of working out. She kind of gets like a bit of a faraway look, almost like a. I guess with a 10, you definitely notice this, but I won't tell you what else you get out of it, right? And I'll let you, Yama/Kate, jump to your conclusions. But there's almost like a certain disassociation, like she's either not hearing you properly when you're talking, like as you start getting into that more personal aspect of her life and her husband. It could be some kind of disassociation, could be some kind of problem with her hearing, could be anything, but that's the kind of feel you get. Like, when you're talking to someone and they're kind of just like not really paying attention. But then like you ask them something else unrelated to that, and no, they were listening and they reply to that part, but they just seem to have like not heard the thing you were going for originally. They're still there, they're still part of that conversation. But there just seems to be almost like a subject that is unheard or unresponsive. She's somewhat unresponsive to.
Just not acknowledged. All right. Well, maybe I'll try to keep her dancing for a while. If you guys wanted to like do anything while that's.
I'm really kind of stumped on what to do.
Well, I can.
There's definitely more of the estate you can explore. I will say that like you've probably been told that there are areas of this place that are like open to all guests, kind of thing, and the crystal keys like effectively there's like a hall of rooms, like a wing, I guess, of the estate that the crystal keys will go into. And on a meta level, I would essentially get you guys to choose a room by rolling a dice, because you don't know what's in the room until you go in, right?
Of course, yeah.
Well, if you guys don't want to maybe take advantage, then maybe Yama, like after the dance, would like escort her to the bar and like grab her champagne or something, and maybe just probe a bit deeper. I really hope I didn't like overstep my boundaries there. I really don't want to.
Of course, I invited you to the dance. I put myself aside for you, your most excellent gift. Such a gentleman.
Well, I truly appreciate it, and I do hope that your partner is also a gentleman. He did seem to be a bit off, as you yourself were. I do hope that everything is okay on the home front. I hope you know that as you do not know me, I do not know your circle, perhaps a safe person to talk to if indeed you did have any fears or troubles.
What was he? My husband. Oh yes, he's over there. And she'll like kind of look over at him, but it's almost like there's not a lot of recognition there when she looks over at him. And you know, and he kind of smiles and nods at the two of you, and she kind of like nods back, but it's almost like a reflex.
Oh, weird.
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Can I say about
20.
watching this? That's right. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I would say that Yama, you definitely noticed this, and mostly as well because you've been dancing with her. She was obviously very skilled, but you get like a coolness from her that is not a personality coolness, like an actual temperature coolness from her somewhat. It's not like, you know, your hands aren't coming away cold or anything like that, but it's almost like there's sort of like the opposite of a Killian, I guess. And especially after you've just had some time dealing with a troll's aura and stuff like that, it's not, you know, damaging in any way. It's not like a frosty wind, but there's there just seems to be, you know, touching her, and the thing is, like, touching her hands while you were dancing and stuff, like her skin feels fine. But there's almost like just like a pool, you know, of like heat going to this place, like a cool spot in a room.
Well, I'd love to, like, as you mentioned him, maybe if she'd be amenable to it, like, escort her over to his group and just kind of like, oh, and have you met my party? This is Killian. He is quite adept at magic. My captain, Paulie, a very fast mover, great damage dealer, and great leadership. This is Karu, or maybe he's off gallivanting around. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Karu and Diana are off somewhere.
Can we just hear it? We just hear in the background just like a massive thudding.
Like horse hooves hitting a headboard.
Yeah. And then Paulie goes, "That's where they are."
Yes, I thought I saw them sneak off earlier.
A pleasure to meet you all. Formerly, you are all Verity's friends.
Yeah, formally. Absolutely. And you know what, personally, Verity's pretty cool.
I always invite her to these, and she doesn't attend, but I'm glad that she sent you in her stead to represent her. She's a dear friend. We have many good memories together. I hope you're all enjoying the festivities.
Yeah, look, it's pretty good. I mean, I definitely got cursed by your husband. while saving his life. That was the thing.
My dear, I'm so sorry.
Okay, we should be able to take care of that tomorrow.
Is she sincere?
Give me an insight check. Yeah.
I was trying to say without saying, can I do an insight check?
Sure. Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. Thank you for letting me prompt you. Yeah.
Oh, it's a 2 anyway, so who fucking knows?
Paulie can take that.
Totally.
Take that however he wants.
Natural.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what a bitch.
So Killian, watching this conversation, she's obviously quite formal, and that kind of formal nobility tone that people have, at the very hoity-toity, whatever. But you pick up, similarly to what Yama picked up, that kind of like absence of emotion to a certain degree. She's maybe not like letting her mask, like letting a mask slip or anything like that. Where like her behavior's wild or whatever. But it's almost like as she uses those words like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," you can kind of feel that there's like an emptiness there, and. I mean, she's saying all the right things and stuff, but you feel that there's not a lot of empathy.
I make an Arcana check to see if she's got any sort of strange magical effect on her that has anything to do with why we are actually here at the Winter Court.
Do you have to? Are you using detect magic, or is it more just like
an arcane sense? Like, can I pick up on anything? Not anything zeroing in on it, knowing that that's exactly what's happening. But like, is there an overarching thing?
Yeah. Why don't you tell me what you think is happening, and then with the Arcana, I'll let you know like if you're in the right direction or how accurate you think you are.
Oh, just to clarify, are we at the beginning of the winter or nearing the end of winter?
It's solstice, so it's in the middle.
Okay, so we're at the
deepest depth.
Yeah.
Killian's thinking that as we're hitting a turning point, she's starting to degrade and lose herself because they're moving out. They're starting to move towards the end of winter.
So winter's starting to end, but then summer's starting to come back into power, kind of thing. Okay.
So I would think that she would be at her peak power in the solstice. Then as it comes down, she weakens a little bit, and that's why when it comes into the summer Fey court,
sure,
and they take over. That's Killian's thinking.
Sure, love that.
So this is Arcana check. That is a 16.
I love that thinking, and I love what you're thinking about. So she is not, as you're thinking through this, you realize that she is not Fae herself. She is Drow. She's from the material plane. She's kind of set herself up here. You get a hunch that, or you start to follow that thread and kind of look around you at this place that has been created in the heart of winter, or is a party in the heart of winter. And you remember that she did say that they come here to holiday and party, and then they go back. She is not a permanent resident here, and she's not the Winter Fae Queen. This is kind of like her own thing. With a 16, though, you definitely think that there is something else going on in this house, though. Like, you're going like, oh, is the house maybe losing strength because it's winter's gonna fade, or her power's waning because winter's fading. Her power seems, doesn't seem to be changing over the course of the couple of hours you've been here. Like even on a micro level, you maybe would have detected that. So you don't think her power is connected to the seasons. Her power is much like yours. I think it's learned. It's from the weave directly.
Yeah, it's learned and accrued over time.
Yeah. But you do notice, especially with your excellent insight before, and kind of the Arcana on top of that, you are starting to notice out of the corner of your eye, as you're like looking at her, you're focusing, you start to see like almost like a blue electric cracks go up the wall. But when you turn to look at them, like it's not there, and it's only there when you're like looking out the corner of your eye, kind of thing. And as you continue to look, like occasionally it's cracks and then they kind of fade out again. And then, you'll be in the conversation and then you'll notice like windows change shape, or like a window become a door. and what you could see beyond their changes. It's almost like, but when you look back, it's just normal again. There's something about this place that seems to be perhaps warping in weird ways. At the moment, it's only like right on the edges, so it's not maybe physically happening, but your senses are picking up something that is creating problems with the space here. Does that make sense? Probably just raises more questions than it answered.
No, Killian would, straight after that, Killian has, no, you've given me exactly the right thread to pull on.
Mm-hmm.
Killian will use himself from the conversation, say, lovely conversation as always, my lady, and bow very formally. This is the most formally that you've ever seen Killian. He never really bows or anything, but he will bow, and then he will turn on his heel and walk over to Sorn. This is the only other person that he's spoken to that also loves magic.
And Dylan's about to have a conversation with himself.
Exactly.
So yeah, you come over to Sorn. There's other people dancing and stuff. You see Sorn's kind of still looking on, maybe a bit longingly, at all the people dancing. Like he wants to join in, but he's standing here on the edge of the room. But as you walk over to him, he kind of greets you warmly. He says, "Killian, hello. Are you enjoying the party?"
Well, I was. I've noticed a few things while being here. For one, you seem quite like myself. You like to stand on the edges. I would love to be in there, but I don't want to show everyone up,
I traded away my ability to dance.
Yeah, I never really learned. I'd show them up by looking.
It was a worthy trade
that they would see
at the time.
Well, I can imagine. I'm sure that decision was 100% the right decision.
I still think it is now. I think even now it was the right decision, though you always look over the grass is always greener, as they say.
And Paulie's where the grass is greener. He's just like boogieing away like this.
with like one of the Summer Fae lords.
Summer Fae putting grass, underneath him.
Throwing petals in the air.
Amazing.
Killian's first question. Would you care to join me? We'll move aside a little further. I've got something to speak to you about.
Sure. Let's join her into the other room.
I have targeted myself somehow. That's cool. We're still in combat.
Oh, are we? My bad. No.
I couldn't move either.
Oh, you couldn't move?
Yeah.
I don't know what
Movement is set to combat turn. It's currently not your turn.
Interesting. Well, I'll just move you into that room.
Okay. Killian will say, firstly, little bit worried about our dear friend, the Captain Idiot.
Yes. What has he done now?
Hand back to him.
Blissfully, he's just completely forgotten about his problem.
What problem?
Exactly.
I like to think that Yama's standing next to Paulie with a plate of desserts, and he's like dead dancing, like sidestepping and like popping.
Whilst the Summer Fae and Paulie take turns with the rose in their mouth, like doing the dance, and then they pass the rose back and then do the other thing, dip each other. Yeah.
He'll go. Well, he managed to get bit by a lycanthrope not long ago. In the last couple hours. So he's fine for now, based on what I know, but I believe Yama said that he could sort it tomorrow, possibly, but I don't understand the level of this curse.
Right.
So there's that.
Not great. His behavior is erratic enough. That's
what I'm saying.
Plus, he loves his plumage. He would just be devastated to learn if it got replaced by hair. I'm sure he would just be beside himself.
Yeah, he'd look like one of those weird baby chickens. Yeah. What? Yeah. Could be funny to see though. But I don't want him to eat someone. He's already throwing coins at people.
Yes.
We can get him out of trouble for that. But but more importantly, you notice what's going on the edges of this I've noticed that in the hall, not quite the realm itself, but on the edges of sight, things are starting to get a little, for lack of a better term, fucky-wucky.
Very good term, actually.
That is, I have read about such terms. I've read about this exact designation
Wacky wacky.
in the endless halls,
That's
and you are just as talented as I assumed you would be. That you have noticed it. Not many of them are, or if they do, they ignore it. But you and I, we see a little bit deeper.
Pretty sure I've read this sex fan fiction of Dylan.
Rowan and Dylan, just looking in a mirror.
Someone and killing. I mean, it looks like they're in a room with a Christmas tree, so they just look up and there's mistletoe.
Now it's the erotic fan fiction.
No, I like to think in the Fey realms, it's mistletoe.
Mistletoe, yeah. Love that. So he says, so you're concerned about the captain, as you should be. I mean, there are many things to be concerned about, but curses are no good. I heard him tell a story of when he got cursed in the Underdark and aged 30 years. It almost killed him.
Yes. Well,
But that did happen.
I feel like
you're right.
we'll sort him out. We'll fix him.
I remember.
We'll fix him.
You'll fix him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can see
He'll be
perhaps where you're leading to, Killian, and I will stop you there. You don't want to owe me a favor.
I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like favors are pretty good. I'm the. If you want anyone to owe you a favor, it's me.
You perhaps.
I'm not asking you to fix Paulie.
Okay.
I'm
I
just
thought that's
notifying you
I
of
thought
what's
that's where
happening
we were
with our
going
friend.
with that. Sorry, my
No.
insight isn't very good. I just took a hunch.
Yeah. No.
I'm
Just
old.
letting you know what is.
I'm min-maxed charisma.
I'm just alerting you to a problem with a friend
That's
of
really
ours.
funny.
That's not where I was going.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to speak to someone about the fucky wackiness.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the edges of reality.
You know what
at the
though,
moment.
too? That's actually something Dylan would say. Sorry, I'm stuck on it. It's good.
No, you're absolutely right, and I think it all has to do with that. That necklace she's wearing is
Oh.
bringing this place apart about at the seams. There's something extra dimensional about it.
True. Yes, from what I've heard, and it's not very much. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay. That's neither here nor there. Speaking of though, if you were to steal that necklace, how would you do it?
Well, difficult. A lot of my power comes from the Endless, which has some uses here, some not, but I am a guest, and I would have no power over her as a guest. There are rules I am now bound by that I was not before as a mortal, such as yourself. So how I would go about something may be very different to how you would go about something. But, like any heist, gather information, maybe do some snooping, find a roundabout way to what you seek. If the doors are locked, try a window, as the Thieves Guild say.
Yeah, Killian will be like, I can just knock.
He says, yes, I know you can cast spells. I was talking in metaphor.
As was I. Killian just touches his nose.
Yeah.
Very good at metaphors.
I love that. The charisma versus the intelligence, right? Like he's like, quick with the words, etc., etc., and Killian's a bit more direct and literal.
Yeah, Killian's like book smart, and Sorn is street smart.
Yeah. Love that.
He's like, well, yeah. Do you actually, now that I've got you here, do you know if they have an armory here? Bay stuff is cool.
I
won't steal it. A big wink.
Yeah. Well, where you are, you're kind of looking around. There are these like grey shea lounges, couches arranged in this parlor, tall pine tree bedecked in tinsel. Obviously, the mistletoe above you, and he says, "Oh well, I have. There is an art gallery here, and I believe she has a kind of tower that has a pool in it. Not necessarily a lot of things on display, but I know behind some of those locked doors, she does have a trophy room, a ballroom, a study, those kind of things. I mean, the estate is sprawling. I wouldn't be surprised if she had, rooms that hold old memories, like her time at sea, things she's pilfered away in her piracy days that have been locked in a wing of the estate that she's even forgotten about.
True. I want a painting of a cool sword.
Very good.
Like swords, I'm starting. It's a new thing for me, and I'm sure you're aware. Like it's quite interesting with martial weapons. What would people like us have use for those? But now I'm just near obsessed with them. I fought with Talon for a while. I was gone for quite a while in the hells with Talon.
Boys.
You know, and Paulie's just like gets an itch. I relied on that sword for quite a while, and now I feel like I want one of my own.
Well, you are surrounded by your crew. The members of your crew you brought here are all excellent swordsmen. It makes sense that you would be surrounded by that every day and pick up a thing or two and want to pursue that. And then instead of the 3 musketeers, it could be 4.
Yes, and I can also make myself stronger with magic, so then I could be the best swordsman of them all for an hour a day.
I would caution you to stick to what you are strongest with. If you are going to pursue swordsmanship, definitely focus on that. If you are to pursue magic, focus on that. But take it from someone who took levels in Warlock and Sorcery, sometimes hybridizing can be a bitch.
Yes. I did hear you studied under multiple schools.
It certainly gave me a lot of versatility, which was very useful, though maybe held me back in other ways.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I understand that. I do. I'm 100% sticking with magic. I will not be trying to hit things with that metal stick.
At the end of the day,
without magic helping me.
At the end of the day, the captain will always be incredibly deft with a blade, but he can't make things explode with his mind.
I don't think I honestly think, like that idiot magician out there who is just devoid of all magic. Paulie has slightly more magic than him, but not by much. He doesn't suck up the magic.
Well, actually, you know
him,
what?
though.
As he says that, Paulie's talking to that magician and doing like the finger trick where he has his thumb go off.
Yeah. And I bet Paulie's like
looking through the crack in the wall, like, idiot.
Paulie's like chatting with the close-up magician, going like, "We could use a wizard on our ship." No, sorry, we have a wizard. We could use a magician on our ship.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, definitely trying to recruit him. Definitely trying to recruit him.
Yeah. He's showing you some contact juggling.
I'm like, whoa!
The orbit, how does it stay there?
I will actually kill him. If he's on our ship, he's getting thrown off. I don't even need to use magic to kill him. Drown him.
So it's hitting 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna call it here unless there's like some final question you want to ask Sorn that is mega relevant. But we'll probably start having to call it here and picking up next week.
I'm trying to think. Do I have anything? Because I wanted to give Sorn a little gift.
Oh, nice. Well, while you think of that, I'll go around the rest of the table just to have some closing remarks, or whatever Yama and Olpoli are doing, just before we kind of fade to black on the session.
Yama has gone maybe full gossip monger, and he's going around with his plate full of pastries. He's maybe asking like how everybody knows the couple, how long have they known the couple. He obviously doesn't know anything about like the necklace and the magics and stuff yet, but he's trying to see how long maybe this has been going on. But yeah, he's just like meeting everybody and kind of having fun.
Yeah, excellent. Well, yeah, I'll between now and next session, I will come up with perhaps some rumors or some interesting stuff that Yama gleans. I have a couple ideas here, but I'll kind of think on it. Let me just make Yama gossip girling.
XOXO.
XOXO. Paulie, so you've been dancing around?
I'm trying to recruit this magician. That's absolutely a thing now.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to. No, but maybe he's like, maybe, like, what do you reckon about this necklace, man? I think I should have it. What do you think?
He I think he does the like, oh well, perhaps you could save up and buy something like that, and I'll get you started. And he pulls a silver coin from behind your ear and like places it into your hand.
I will cherish this forever. Immediately throws it at Yama.
I knew it.
Excellent. And Killian?
Killian just says to Sorn, I'll only keep you for but one more moment. Just give me a second. And he closes his eyes for a second and he's going back through his memories.
Into his mind palace.
And he finds into his mind palace, yes. And he finds a memory of basically the entire crew standing on the deck of the ship together. It was like one of the days where we were sailing across the open seas, beautiful weather, everyone's there. And I'm going to cast, because me knowing what Sorn has keen mind. I'm going to encode this thought, and I'm going to show it to Sorn, and this is me giving him a memory of all of the people that care about him on the material plane.
Oh, super lovely.
The only person absent from it is Killian, because Killian is, in fact, the camera.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, nice. So as you hand him that memory and he kind of like absorbs it, I guess, his eyes kind of go black as he kind of accesses it and kind of taps into magic and stores it away in whatever extra dimensional mind palace he has that is now augmented by the endless. He kind of smiles and there's sort of a softness to him. You break through the stern kind of overture of Sorn, and he says, "Thank you, Killian, and I thank you for that. That is very touching and very thoughtful of you."
That's okay.
And I think he will say, he'll kind of lean in close to you and kind of whisper as he he goes to shake your hand and like goes to leave, right? But as he leans in, as he's kind of shaking your hand, he leans in and says, if you get your hands on that necklace, I'm sorry in advance. And he turns and walks out. And that's where we'll end it for this week.
Commits that to memory.
Twisty twist.
And Dylan pulls out a little notebook and writes that down.
That's it.
We'll be sorry.
No, Sorn says he'll be sorry.
Well, should be fine.
Very good. I hope you enjoyed
Hell yeah.
my the remainder of my Ice Lake puzzle, and I very much enjoyed your dancing in the gala and getting into the intrigue of the party. I hope the gears are turning. What will happen next week as the party has to discover or formulate a plan on how to get this necklace? I think they have a vague idea of how they want to swindle or trick the lady of the house, but will it work? Where have Karu and Diana been? How have they kept this up for hours? And will anyone explore this fucking house? Find out next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.